some phenomenal tracks with Cayuga, which is now Jukasa, and Checker Flag Raceway in Delaware, and all these, and all over the Midwest, anywhere I could go, I was there every weekend. And I had a lot of friends that hit the big time. I did some scoring for Tracy Leslie, who became the ARCA champion and went on to NASCAR and stuff. And
that's right.
From there, I don't know, I became an official. I get a call and say, hey, can you come up and score at Dixie Speedway in Flint, Michigan? I'm like, okay, I never did it before, but yeah. So I went up there and learned how to do that. And I was an official for CRA. I was the first female pace car driver for CRA at an event. I work with Sprints on Dirt when other officials couldn't be there. I'd get to be the race director. I do scoring for them. I think I've held every position at a racetrack except flagman. I've never been a flagman yet.
Would you want to be a flag lady? Would you want to get in the flag stand and flag?
I was down at helping out at Anderson Speedway last year, and they said, "Oh, we were going to let you drop the green flag for the midget race." It wasn't the Little 500; it was a Thursday Night Thunder thing. I'm like, I've never been able to do that. That would have chalked that off my bucket list. But yeah, like I said, and I have a brother that builds NASCAR. And used to be a NASCAR engine builder. He was actually NASCAR engine builder of the year in '96 and '97. My son now races in pavement modifieds and in CRA. It's just a family thing, and there's so many friends from this area that I follow. And yeah, like I said, I've been very, very blessed. Obviously, people think, "Oh yeah, sure, you do all that." But I have a lot of friends that love to watch me on Facebook and say, "We live vicariously through you. You're very lucky." And I said, "Yeah, yep." I like to keep busy.
Laura, I was going to say, you were talking about the CRA series and you work with them. I was actually there this past weekend with Speed 51 Network, MAV TV, with the Music City 200 and the Super Late Model Challenge at Nashville. And I got to give props, and I even said that in a lot of the video interviews I did over the weekend. I got to give props to the ARCA CRA Series and the Glenn Luckett and R.J. Scott, and also with the CRA Super Series, and of course the Cars Tour and the Southern Super Series presented by Sunoco with Tim Bryan and Ricky Brooks and all the great people there, Dan Spence. What they have done with turning, obviously one sanctioned body. I mean, I'm not trying to toot CRA's horn here, but let's face it, they could go there on their own and they could be successful. Just being honest here. But it's all these sanctioning bodies working with each other.
I was an official last year with all of them at Bristol.
Yes.
And the combination between CRA and the Cars Tour and all the Southern Super, what is it? Southern Super Series or something?
Yes.
It was a phenomenal show. Phenomenal, the way they all work together.
Yes, and I know we're going to go back to the subject to talk about the Dirt Cup Challenge, but in retrospect of that, sanctioning bodies, promoters, tracks, listen to me and look at what they're doing. Put your egos aside, put your differences aside in competition, and if you want to save the sport of racing, if you want to save and build up your car counts, build up the fan bases, get more asses in the seats for races, and get a show, it's got to be a show, Laura. It can't just be cars going around the racetrack anymore. You've got to have that flash. You got to have the pizzazz. You got to have those rivalries. You got to have the good racing. You've got to have fireworks. You've got to have music. You've got to have all the things that make the ingredients to make a perfect cake. You have to have that same ingredient to make an awesome show at a racetrack, because it's got to be an event. It just can't be about the cars on the racetrack.
Absolutely not. No, I totally agree with you 100%. And that's what we try to do with the Dirt Cup Challenge. We've been very lucky that we get a lot of the big name draw from some of the NASCAR drivers. But I mean, even just the regulars that we have, Taylor Cook and Ryan Ayers and Ryan Toole. I can't even think of Kyle Strickler. We've had so many phenomenal drivers come and run with us.
Right.
It makes one heck of a show. It really does. It really does.
Yeah, I know you mentioned Brandy Holcomb, her husband, Austin Holcomb. He races.
Yes, Austin. Yes. Yes.
Austin Holcomb.
Yes.
I'm thinking also of RJ Otto. The other names I could think of include David Strimmy. We could think of also Mike Altabelli. We could think of Will Harris. I'm also thinking of William Long, or he's going to be racing. Bill's Long's son. You've also got the Matoka Flash of Chris. They're going to be Chris Arnold's, and Dan Arnold, and all those guys. Yeah. So, are you expecting about a 30-car modified field possibly for this event? And obviously, it's going to be dependent on the weather, too.
Yes, I sure hope so. Yes.
I mean, props to our Thursday night show. We had more modifieds than sprint drivers.
I believe we have Justin Haley coming. I'm not sure about Matt Crafton, but I think we're going to have a good show. Yes, I do.
And Justin Haley, by the way, in the leaf filter guards, the entry number 11, he competes in the NASCAR Xfinity Series on a full-time basis. So definitely it's pretty cool to have Justin Haley. Matt Crafton, also a former champion of the NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series. So that's really cool to have guys like that racing with you.
Oh, absolutely. And like with Justin, these guys are not, they're 100% racers, but they also have one heck of a personality, It makes it a lot more fun, too.
Definitely. Well, Laura Tucker, thank you so much. And again, it will be on the Speed 51 Network live from Lakeview Motor Speedway. And if, of course, you can't be there live, watch it at Speed 51 Network. And also, it will be recorded for a future episode, enhanced coverage, as Bob Dillner loves to say, the enhanced broadcast of the broadcast on Speed 51 Network will be on MAV TV, Short Track America, and that'll be coming up here later on in the year as well. Matter of fact, after Radio Timeout, I'll be able to give you the official date of when that broadcast will air. Laura Tucker, real quickly, thanks for being on Finish Line. Let everybody know how they can follow you on the Dirt Cup Challenge.
Oh, we have a Dirt Cup Challenge Facebook page, and we are also on Twitter at DCC_challenge. I think that's it right now. We need to get some more pictures out there and some more stuff out there. But, everybody's welcome, and make sure that, just to let the fans know, too, it is a 3-day event, so there's a test and tune on Thursday, but there's also a good feature on Friday night, too.
That's right.
$1,500 to win for the modified.
That's right. And by the way, you can actually start coming in on Wednesday and parking and camping and all that good stuff. And I want to see that atmosphere. I want to see that Eldora, Knoxville type atmosphere, Charlotte atmosphere at Lakeview Motor Speedway. So fans, bring the campers, bring the family, bring the grills, bring the beer, bring the soda, and camp out and have a great time. And enjoy 3 great days of racing.
And we want to see the drivers bring their T-shirts too. I'd like to see all these fans in the stands wearing different drivers' T-shirts and that kind of thing. So, we're pushing that, too. We want to help promote these drivers, too.
Absolutely. Laura Tucker, we're out of here. Thank you so much, and go get them next week, dear. Appreciate you being on Finish Line.
All right, we'll see you down there in the sunshine state of South Carolina.
Get away from cold Michigan.
That's right.
Take care, dear. Appreciate you.
Thanks, boss.
Laura Tucker up in Michigan,
Bye-bye.
Getting ready for the Dirt Cup Challenge. That'll be coming up again May 16th, 17th, and 18th. That is going to be a show you do not want to miss. And if you can't be there live, it'll be on the Speed 51 Network. And, of course, it will also be on the Motorsports Network, MAV TV, on a segment of Short Track America. And, by the way, don't forget there's another segment of Short Track America tonight from Cordell, Georgia, with the CRA Superfest Super Late Model 200. 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, replays at 10 Eastern, 9 Central on MAV TV. I was doing so good and I ruined it. Copel. Call your cable or satellite subscription to order if you do not have MAV TV.
This is Finish Line.
One more segment left to go. We talk about Wings Sprint Cars 305 style and how they're building up their name in the Southeast. Sean Verdell joins me next.
This is Chris Nunn from the Sling and Dirt Podcast and the announcer at Twin Cities Raceway Park in North Vernon, Indiana. And you're listening to The Finish Line with the hashtag king himself, Wesley Outland. All About Wraps strives to offer our clients with fast, affordable service with race wraps starting at only $500. From go-karts to national touring teams and everything in between. Late models, modifieds, sprint cars, midgets, asphalt cars, and we'll even decal your helmets. Wraps, design services, and promotions. Everything we offer at All About Wraps. Contact us today to see what we can do for your team. Give us a call, 410-903-3302. Email us at allaboutraps@hotmail.com and visit us on Facebook at All About Wraps.
CrateInsider.com is your one source for crate racing tech and more. Whether you currently race with a crate engine or you are thinking about getting into the sport, our website has what you need. CrateInsider.com has tech videos, interviews with experts, and the best products in the industry. Dyno tested and proven, so we know they are the best products for crate engines. Visit CrateInsider.com today to get on the fast track to victory lane.
The Speed 51 Video Network live races, highlights, interviews, features, and more. You want it? The Speed 51 Video Network has it. Just $7.99 per month or $69.99 per year.
You gotta be kidding me! There's total chaos! What a wild finish! Oh my goodness!
Become a member of the Speed 51 Video Network today at speed51.com.
Time to get this cranked up on Short Track America.
Dirt or pavement, from east to west. Short Track America features some of the biggest grassroots races around the country. Super late models to street stock racing. If it's on a half mile or smaller track, it's on Short Track America. On MAV TV, Motorsports Network. This is Finish Line.
Welcome back to the program. Follow us online, of course, as always, at all of our social media outlets. Of course, it's Wesley Outlet here with you. You can follow me at Wesley Outlet on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, at Google, at Wesley Outlet. Use the hashtag Finish Line. Get you on all the world of social media, so all that cool stuff going on. We're getting ready to go back to the phone lines. We're going to get our final guest on the program. We're going to talk about the world of 305 sprint cars. Now, there was a time when I used to announce open wheel sprint cars. Open wheels, sprint cars, what they are, what they become. It used to be a dismal program. It used to be maybe if you had 6 to 8 cars, you might tag the back of one of Pete Walton's USCS series or ASCS. And I'm happy to say that I'm happy to see that program building in the Carolinas. And one of the men that are behind that is joining us on the line here in just a couple of moments. They're getting ready for their next round of races, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about their schedule. We'll talk about all the cool things that they've got going on in 2019. And, of course, that is with the Carolina Sprint Tour. And to the line, we get ready to go for our final guest of the program. We'll stay with you a little bit after 1 o'clock. So we'll stay at about 1:05 or so. Then I've got some other media obligations for NASCAR and, of course, for my show, Talking NASCAR on WIZS Radio. But joining me on the line right now is, again, the promoter behind the Carolina Sprint Tour, Sean Bardell. Sean, welcome to Finish Line. Good afternoon, my friend.
Hey, buddy. Thanks for having me on here. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, my friend. So, and by the way, thank you to a good friend of mine in the sprint car winged industry, Jim O'Shields. He kind of threw your name out there, and he said, "Hey, man, I really wish that Wesley, you could give us some sprint car love, man. Give us. I love my wing cars. I love open wheel cars. I love non-wings and wing cars, but." Definitely got to give props to you because you were building up the Carolina Sprint Tour in the Carolinas and in the Southeast U.S. whenever it was dormant. I mean, I'm being honest with you. There was a time where if you could have 5 or 6 305 cars, you tag the back of a 360 feature or, you try to put on the show with 5 or 6 cars. And you and I both know that's not really exciting, but you have really, really turned this program around.